Tin Dog, Eric and Lisa.
Yep. So this is Tin Dog. We're the whole brewery. I'm Lisa, and that's Eric. I do the marketing and chasing after the sales, and Eric does everything else pretty much. Brews the beer. We hand can all the beer. It's made with Skagit Valley malt, which is special malt up in Burlington. Been doing it for 7 years. Yeah, and we've been in farmers markets since 2015, so 5 years in different farmers markets over the years. And Everett's one of our favorite ones. We're based out of South Park, which is South Seattle, near Georgetown and Boeing Field. Okay, so how we got started was that Eric got laid off from his job in IT, and I didn't know this, but back in the 80s he wanted to start a brewery. He was doing some home brewing, and it was all big breweries, Budweiser and Coors and that sort of thing. So time went by, and he got laid off from his IT job, and he turned to me and said, "I've always wanted to open a brewery." And that's the first time I'd ever heard of that. So a big surprise. So he got some money from unemployment to go into his own business, which is brewing, and he had some severance pay. So that started, and we started strictly as farmhouse, Belgian-style beers, and since then I've branched into sours, very big in sours as well. That was our house saison. We've been doing that for 7 years, and we have people that's all they think we should make at the brewery. We've got I call them the three amigos, 3 single dudes that come in pretty much every time we're open, and this is all they drink. So it's a lot of people didn't know what saison is, but this is a very approachable saison. That's a Belgian farmhouse style, but it's more like a saison meets a Northwest Pale. Very drinkable, malty, not too hoppy. That's a crowd favorite right there. And we started out with this kind of what do you want to do? I'm gonna do this kind of a sour, which is a blended sour. And we won awards for our blended sours 2 years in a row, in 2018 and 2019. What a blended sour is we blended a variety of different beers together, sour beers in barrels, and aged them. This one's light, champagne-like, has citrus sour notes, great with food. We've always tried to do uncommon beers pushing boundaries. We started out from the very beginning, we never had an IPA until a couple years ago. So we wanted to do different things. This one is very popular. It's a Norwegian farmhouse. It's got Kveik yeast in it, which gives it juniper notes. So it's a very light, refreshing beer, similar to lager, but it's got a bite of juniper, which is kind of a piney gin's made out of juniper, so delicious. People have actually commented on our labels because there's so many labels that are really, really busy. So we do like 80% of our business is grocery stores, and the rest of it is farmers markets pretty much. So this really stands out on the shelf. These are our sours, and very few people in this area do sours. People from outside the state do sours, but there's probably, out of the 100 breweries in Seattle, there's probably 5 breweries that do sour. Portland is a big sour thing. It seems like people that come from other places are like, "Oh my gosh, you actually have sours?" No one here does. It's all IPA. So this is our, so we have a series of fruit sours, which are really popular. This one's our guava sour, one of our most popular ones, pretty much year-round. People think of it as just a summer one, but it's, what's it called? A Catarina? It's a Belgian, it's a Brazilian sour. Catarina sour. Delicious. Then I've got other flavors. We've got an apricot sour, which has some wild notes to it. There's some sours that are just sour, and there's some that have what's called foder beer mixed in with it, which is a wild flavor. That's wild yeast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the blended one. So 9 different sours. So if you're a sour lover, which I know quite a few people in Everett were loving the sours. Yep, and you will find Sour Nirvana here at Tin Dog. The 2-packs are $12 plus tax. So that's we have singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs here, and the bottles. So 2-packs are $12 plus tax, so it's like $13.21. The 4-pack is $18. And sometimes we sell them in singles for $5 each. And then because of a lot of the time involved and the organic fruit that we use in a lot of the sours, they're $8 a can. We also, I forgot to tell you, we also have barrel-aged beers. So the Saison is aged in a gin barrel. So we have a farmhouse Saison that's aged in a gin barrel. Farmhouse Ginny. And that's nice high alcohol, 8.7. And if you like gin, that's also another niche that you don't see as much as the barrel-aged beers. You see the whiskey, but you don't see the other liquors. This has a lot of botanicals, and it's got the smoky flavor. A little bit of smoke. And then the single can of the hibiscus, which is a non-sour, that's $5. It's hibiscus wheat beer. And then the bottles are $18. We pretty much year-round do sours in farmhouse. So we're working on something. I don't know if it'll be in time for the holidays, but we're working on an Imperial winter Saison. Yeah. And we'd love to see our regulars, as well as we'd love to make some new friends.